A very good afternoon to our guest speaker, Ms. Savita Pillay, to all the faculty members and my dear friends. Today, we have gathered here for a very meaningful and insightful session on the theme Freedom to Feel Mental Health and Human Rights Awareness, organized by the NSS unit and Women Development Cell of WDC. Human Rights Day reminds us that dignity, equality and freedom belongs to every individual. It is a day to reflect, to stand against injustice and to raise our voices for those unheard. It is also important for us to understand that mental well-being is not just a personal matter, it is a fundamental human right. And to help us reflect on this powerful connection between mental health and human dignity, we are truly honored to have with us a distinguished expert. It is our honor to introduce today's esteemed speaker, Ms. Savita Pillay. Ms. Pillay is highly respected psychologist, psychotherapist, and holistic healer who has dedicated many years to supporting individuals on their journey towards emotional balance, clarity, and personal transformation. With rich experience across multiple roles, including psychotherapist, wellness coach, counselor, family consultation facilitator, angel card reader, and access bars practitioner, she brings a truly holistic understanding of mental and emotional well-being. She has worked with renowned institutions such as the Tata Institute of Social Sciences, Vandrewala Foundation, Accenture, KBC School, and many more. Now, Ms. Pillay holds a master's degree in psychology and MS in psychotherapy and counseling. She has also trained extensively in cognitive hypotherapy, sexuality education and rights, and several alternative healings modalities, making her guidance both deeply informed and beautifully human. Beyond her professional achievements, what makes her presence truly special is her genuine belief that healing is not just about the mind, it is about the whole person, their emotions, energy, relationships, and inner peace. Now, I would like to call upon Dr. Neelu Verma to felicitate Ms. Pillay. Raju ma'am, you also please join. Today, as we are gathered here, we are truly privileged to learn from someone who has spent her life helping others feel seen, heard, safe, and understood. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in warmly welcoming our guest speaker, Ms. Pillay.
Good afternoon. Can you hear me or do I require this? So, first and foremost, I welcome you all and thank you for being here, for spending some time on the topic freedom to feel. When I say freedom to feel, do we have the freedom to feel? How many of us, someone I heard said no. Can you raise your hands, please? There are more, I'm sure. Someone said no. At least here you all have the freedom. It's a safe space. Okay, I see very few hands raising slowly and steadily. But tell me, why do you feel that way?
Personally, throughout my life, there have been instances where my actual emotions are not have been told. So expressing
correct.
that, yeah.
I
So
got
if
it
I
right.
feel, yeah, incorrect. So if I feel a certain way, I try or tend to mask it with the appropriate reaction to the specific.
Awesome. You keep this in mind. Appropriate reaction. Can we remember this word? Appropriate reaction. Right? So, this is a very, very great input for violating the right or the freedom to feel. Okay? We'll come to this. But I'm glad that at least few of y'all realize that we are not free to feel. So, to begin with, I would like you all to take a few seconds to recollect how did you feel since today morning. Was it happy, sad, anxious, whatever the feeling was? Just recollect, and some of y'all can share if possible. Anyone ready to share?
It basically felt like a blur, something that is like, it was a hasty day, I would say, because everything was happening. You have this activity coming up, that activity coming up, because we are looking forward to events. So I would say, in one word, it's a blur.
It's a
Blur.
okay. So can we make it a easier words? Are you feeling overwhelmed?
Yes.
Right? Anyone else?
I've been feeling tense internally this morning, and I don't know why, but I think a lot of things are happening, and she says maybe because of that I am not at ease.
Anxious. Right? So when we hear these words, anyone else would like to share? Why is it so difficult to share how you are feeling this morning?
Tired.
Tired. Okay.
Multiple emotions, not one specific.
Okay, great. Can you word them?
All emotions. General broad categories of happiness, calm, and certain moments, very few moments, will be a little bit tense.
Tense.
A little bit.
So, again, what I would like to say here is, I believe there will be around 100 to 100 people here. Around, I'm saying, roughly 100. And in this 30 seconds or 1 minute or 2 minutes, only 4 people could get up and share how they were feeling since morning. All of the others were not feeling anything, not ready to share, don't want to share feelings, are not sure whether to share feelings or no. Difficult to share feelings, is it? So how many of you feel difficult to share feelings? So do you see right now also when I ask this question, I am sure 30% of the people who are feeling difficult to share are feeling difficult to share that they are feeling difficult to share. Do you realize how deep-rooted it is not to share? What is mental health according to you all? Mental health according to you all.
Peace of mind.
Louder. I can pass on.
Mental health that you said why, because even if I reply, I would have 10%
questions looking around me, then questions replying, they think of person responding.
Okay, so there is no right or wrong answer. I asked what is mental health?
To have proper peace.
Proper peace, mental clarity, peace and calm. Pardon?
Peace of mind.
Peace of mind, stability. All these things, how do you achieve? From your thoughts, beliefs, emotions, actions, correct? Feelings, right? So, are we really free to take care of our mental health unless we are not free to talk or even feel what we are feeling? So what was the topic for today? Is mental health our basic right?
Yes.
Sure? Will you fight for this right? Tell me last, when did you fight for feeling the way you are feeling?
It's a fight with my own self, I guess. Mental peace is like taking control of our own thoughts and feelings.
So who is giving them this control? As a child, agree. But as an adult, who is the person who is giving that control to the opposite person, whether I can feel this or no? I'm not talking about the reaction. Let's keep that separate for some time. I'm not saying that you get angry and you hit someone. That is violating another right. But do you have the right to feel that way?
I think it's a mindset we are creating, or maybe it's a reality also, but
It's a learned behavior.
from childhood onwards.
Right? So, how many girls are comfortable getting angry and not feeling guilty? I see a couple of boys here. How many boys are okay with crying? How many of you all have heard this statement? लड़कियों के जैसे क्यों रो रहे हो? Right? And how do you feel about that?
How do you feel about that?
We cannot do anything.
बचपन से सुनते आ रहे हैं. Since childhood you are listening. So how do you feel about that?
They are trying to put the with the sentence women are weaker, इसलिए रो देती है. ऐसा भी है.
Women are weaker,
Girls are weaker, वो रोती है, boys
boys नहीं
as per
रोते.
the sentence.
As per the sentence. But let me ask you, is crying a weakness? No. Have you all actually understood what I'm going to? We are going to human rights. Right? I'm connecting what we are speaking to human rights. It's a basic right of every individual, child, adult, to really be able to express how they are feeling. Right? Before we go deeper into this, I would like to know what is your idea about mental health. What are the, I will read out certain statements, and what I want from you all is it a myth or a fact? Okay? So the first statement that I go here is mental health problems are rare. Myth? Everyone agrees?
Yes.
Unanimous?
Yes.
Sure?
Yes.
Lock clear that?
Yes.
Great. People with mental health problem are violent. Do you all need any explanation why this is a myth, or it's clear? People can recover from mental illness. Great. On an average, people with severe mental illness die 10 years younger. Why would it happen? It's a myth. Why? Because if proper care taken, it can have no difference in the lifespan at least. Right? It is not a physical ailment where it can lead to death. The circumstances could. But by itself, you getting my point? Understood? Yeah? Okay. Fifth is the stigma and discrimination around the mental health illness can be more difficult than the illness itself. Right? Okay. Next is there's not much you can do to help a friend experiencing a mental health problem. Great. So we understand that there are myths and facts about mental illness. And the more we are aware what are the myths and what are the facts, the more easier it becomes to understand what are the human rights related to that. Agree? So please develop ways and means to understand deeply what mental illness is and what are the myths and what are the facts, and how you being a teacher in future might get into really, maybe labelizing or maybe not being very okay with how people with mental illness are. So actually sensitizing yourself that people with mental illness also have their basic human right to express. Right? Is it making sense? So can you give me an example where these things happen? How mental health rights are not taken care of? Anyone? Anywhere in your workplace, family, where you have seen that there is a discrimination, isolation of people facing problems with mental illness. Forget the larger part of mental illness. I'm talking about basic depression or basic difficulty in the teenagers. So how have you seen, have you noticed any people going through that and not getting that space to express? Yes.
Mostly when there are 3-4 siblings in a same family. So one is doing good in studies, or maybe personality-wise he is okay. And if and another child is not doing so well, like he is not good in studies, so parents usually starts comparing between them कि देखो वो कैसा अच्छा कर रहा है, उसने कितना marks ले रहा है. Or somehow even if he is accepting himself that okay, I'm not that good, maybe he is good at something other, maybe some other activities or things like that. So that comparison makes him feel very bad, low he starts feeling, and कंपैरिजन वाली जो चीज़ है दैट मेक्स हिम फील लिटिल लोअर एट दैट वाज सिबलिंग वाला फैमिली पोजीशन जो है इसका. तो from there he starts the feeling कि okay I'm not good in this, I'm not good in this. Slowly and gradually उसका confidence low हो जाता है and that makes a very huge difference कि उसका personality कैसा बन के आता है. और
What she is trying to say, it stops the development of the person. Right?
हाँ.
Correct? So, यहाँ हम mental health और human rights को कैसे हम इसको join करेंगे is when a child is growing up, instead of comparing, if we said that why don't you try this?
Even if he has some other skills or abilities, he might not be interested in that because उसको ये बताया गया है कि you are not good, you are not good.
So you are stopping to express, right? I am not expressing my interest because I have been told that I am not good. Right? Are there any other things that we feel but we do not say? Can we just think for sometimes? What is that one feeling that each one of you have struggled to express or feel itself? I don't want you to say it aloud, but maybe just write down or just have it in mind, whatever. I give you all some time for that, and then we can have few people sharing that. Can you just write it down on a piece of paper or just take a moment to think. What is it that you find it difficult to express or you just shrug away the feeling कि ये तो नहीं feel करना है, ये feel करेंगे तो गलत हो जाता है. Any emotion. It could be multiple. It's not necessary that you're going to write one emotion. Any number of emotions that you all find it difficult to feel and express both. Or you can even say all express, either ways, you know. Are we ready to share? Everyone has written at least one. Who is ready to share?
So I've sort of blocked, I would say blocked, but reduced that emotional side of mine where I'm very overly loving and overly, I don't want to burden people with the way I feel for them, love-wise, and not romantic relationships. Any relationship in my life, I'm a very overcaring, overgiving person. So because of experiences, I've sort of curved that side of mine. So I feel a little bit struggle to express myself the way I used to in terms of caring and loving. Sort of this thing only that oh how like why do you feel so much? This is so normal and so I overfeel.
Why do you feel so much? Very important message here. Why do you feel so much? Is it the right thing? But the question here, why do you feel so much? Is that right? So that's the whole point I'm asking. If someone asks this question, that why do you feel so much? Exactly. If there is an issue, what is a better way to communicate this? I'll just ask you all to keep this in mind. How would you all communicate this to a person where you are feeling that the person is kind of times when we are not able to take that? But there is a way to communicate that, right? I want you all to think on that. But till then, I want others to share what have they written. Anyone else who would, at least I would like 5 to 10 people to share. Yeah.
I think about expressing. This comes from childhood actually. Like children are being stopped from expressing themselves.
What are you not able to express?
But this starts from childhood, I'm saying.
I understand. What is it that happens to you? What is it that you are not able to express?
Actually, I'm not expressive, but I'm talking about others, like how I observe.
I was trying to, currently wanting you to share this. What are the feelings that you would not be able to express? That you're feeling guilty. So guilt is one thing that people find it difficult to express. The another thing what we came up was the difficulty to express my level of emotion because people take it that why do you feel so much, right?
Fear of somebody in the family or something, if you ask to be quiet or don't. So even to express that happiness or excitement, you tend to go with some negative things. I've seen it all through this.
So can you give me an
So
example?
it can create a fear, it can create lack of confidence.
Yeah, but what is that the one thing that you are not able to express? If there is an example that you can give. No pressure.
I think it's
expressing your ideas also, if you want to open up and you have some idea in your mind and you feel it's just for confidence, I think. You feel it may be wrong or maybe laughed at or maybe wrong, even if you're right, you know, because you've not been given the freedom to speak out, so you do speak.
Anyone else?
I have been facing difficulty in expressing my sadness because whenever I am sad, I feel like the people around me, they tend to, maybe it's out of concern and care, but then I feel like I have like mood off kar diya hai sabka. So then I just like, you know, shrug it off and then I just put on the face of happy so that everyone around me is happy.
मतलब मुझे क्या नहीं फील हो रहा है, लेकिन सामने वाला दुखी हो जाएगा, इसीलिए मैं अपना दुख बाजू में रख दूंगा, है ना? ये कितने लोग फील करते हैं? मेरा मूड खराब है तो सबका मूड खराब हो जाएगा, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, right?
It can be the other way around also, that because I don't have a very good mood today, how is it that the other person is feeling so happy and I have to tell you my side of the story, so you are with me and probably you will be with me emotionally, you will console me and I'll have that happy moment of everybody being concerned about me. That also maybe, rather than hiding my feelings, somebody maybe venting it out also.
Yeah, that happens. Yeah, people do that also. कि मुझे देखो, मैं दुखी हूँ, right? But the point is, ये एक extreme है और ये एक extreme है. But ये जो चीजें हैं, where there is like कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा, या people are not bothered, they don't care about my sadness, or the fact that मैं दुखी हूँ तो सबको दुखी क्यों करूँ? What is this violating? Which right is this violating? Freedom to feel itself. मैं दुखी हूँ, पर मैं दुखी फील नहीं कर सकता. मेरे सर पे पूरे दुनिया की रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है. I have to make it that everyone else is okay for me to be okay. Have you all heard of transactional analysis? Read transactional analysis. I am okay, you are okay. Vice versa.
Ma'am, you can elaborate a little bit on the ego states also.
We'll come to that, but that is completely a complete workshop in itself, you know, ego states. I can do a workshop on that whenever you all want.
Just tell them brief about ego, super ego.
I think they have studied that.
No, that is why.
They don't have it in
In the
They
syllabus.
should have
They
it.
used to have it, now they don't have it.
They should
To have
have it.
earlier, but
Right? I will touch upon it if I have the bandwidth. Let me just finish this, you know. This was a very, very important activity that we did, because here this is what we are realizing, कि हमारा sadness, हमारा the state of mind, we do not express a lot of times because of other people, and there are a lot of times we hinder the expression of other people because we do not have that skill. So as you all are going to become teachers, I would really invite you all to think what is that skill that is needed to really make a person feel that a person has the right to feel and to express. Right? If you have a child who is a special child in your class, what would you do? It's tough, but you may have. If a child starts having a tantrum in your class, what would you do? These are the questions that you need to think of. These are the places you all might violate the right of a child to be a child and express himself or herself in a safe space. I would really want you all to be in this question for 2 minutes and just write what thoughts come to you when you are thinking about this. came up, you'll need Need more time? Need more time? Okay. Even if it's a friend, even if it's someone at home or workplace, anyway, how would you be as that the person, whoever interacts with you, is feeling safe to express themselves as they are? So I just repeat because I got a query. My question here, or the activity that I was asking you to do is, how would you be, how would you behave, how would you communicate to any person at workspace or in as a teacher to a child or at home or anywhere in friends group, wherever, where it makes the opposite person feel safe to be genuinely the way they are, or being able to express themselves however they are feeling.
Be a good listener. You can be a good listener.
When you say good listener,
As in, without questioning, just listen, because then the other person, without judging or making any judgments.
very important, very, very important. When we are speaking about listening, the most important factor is listening without having a judgment in our mind. But is that easy? How quick do we have a judgment? How many of you all have heard this statement or said this statement, ये तो ऐसा ही है, या ये तो ऐसी ही है? Very common statement, बोलने में भी और सुनने में भी, है ना? जब हम ये बोल रहे हैं कि ये तो ऐसी ही है, हम क्या कर रहे हैं? जज कर रहे हैं कि ये नहीं बदल सकता। ऐसे कितने बच्चे होंगे क्लास में, होंगे डिफिकल्ट, फर्स्ट थॉट क्या आता है, इसको छोड़ दो यार, इसका तो इतना ही कैपेसिटी है। इज इट ट्रू? Exactly. So we are talking about human rights today, right? So as forthcoming teachers, please keep this in mind. I'm not saying you spend the entire day with the child, but the gift that you all would be giving a child as a teacher would be just be for them without any judgments about them, which is going to be a challenge, a very, very, very big challenge, because we have been brought up with judgments. जो हम लोग सुन के बड़े हुए हैं, वो हम कैसे भूल जाएंगे? हो सकता है, लेकिन ये कॉन्शियस एफर्ट, एटलीस्ट इतना हम कर सकते हैं कि हम एक कॉन्शियस एफर्ट डालें कि हम जो भी सुने, जो भी बोले, वो जजमेंट के साथ ना। Are we done with whatever people have written? Can we have some sharings from people? What you all have written?
I actually wrote, since I told you that I thought the question was about if a child is doing attendance. So I wrote that I will first try to make the child realize it is normal and not to say something that may lead to him shutting down his emotions. And then I will try to understand the root cause for it, because no child or no person is expressing something without a reason. So you should go to the deep cause, the root of the from where his emotion is coming up, and also maybe try to teach the child other ways in which he can express rather than throwing tantrums.
The first point, she has written based on a child throwing tantrum, but I will generalize it. Normalize. Can we normalize expression of emotions? Can we normalize that someone just came in and started crying? Or can we normalize that there are certain people who cry more often than others? Yeah? Can we say it's okay? Or are we going to say, which happens a lot of time, इसका तो हमेशा का रोना है? होता है, right? But it is okay. It's not necessary that you have to be the burden always or bear the burden of that person's crying. You also have the right to express, hey, I know things are difficult right now, but you know, it is very difficult for me to see you crying always. I am stepping back because I am not able to deal with my emotions when I see you crying. That's okay. You get a difference? But in your, difficulty to deal with that, what generally happens is, चुप हो जाओ, बस हो गया. Why are you crying on the same thing again and again? It's because the same thing is hurting the person again and again. Right?
I have a question. Can we normalize in a classroom situation, and if there is a teacher who comes in the class and speaks normally or stands normally, we cannot normalize that feeling in the class or can we?
Okay, good question. We cannot normalize this, I agree. But then, it's that how the person is, when the person walks in and he is rude, that means the person is violating a right. Right? So then, it is a different scenario itself. The person or the teacher is violating the right of the children to get a safe space as a teacher. Right? So then we are not talking about normalizing, because that is something the teacher needs to build that way of being. Right? So it's not about feeling. This is a very good question, wherever we feel that expression of emotion or expression of any of your feelings or emotions are violating someone else's right, then you need to think. Right? But till the time you are not violating anyone else's right, you have the right to feel. Do you all want to do a short role play? 2 people to volunteer. I don't don't want to do too many, so I don't think we have that much time. So one role play, 2 people to volunteer. One thing which we came here was active listening, listening without judgment. Very important point here, when you're listening, do not listen to fix up things. Listen to understand. Listen to provide a safe space. The moment we listen, what we start is advice. Yeah. We are not looking at, most of the people do not want solutions. They want a safe space to express where they are not judged. Right? So now what I'm trying to do here is, this 2 people would be actually doing a role play. One, talking about a difficult situation in life where the person is feeling very emotional. It could be hypothetical, okay? And other actually doing active listening where the person is feeling safe. Yeah? You all decide. Good. You all can do it yourself, no problem. Wherever. Any situation.
What do I do, Mahinur? I just got a lot of assignments. How do I overcome this? There are a lot of assignments. We also have our exams. What do we do now?
Manage it. Why do you stay? Everyone is on the same page. We'll do it.
But yeah, I have too many. I have a KT in Marathi also. I have a KT in Marathi. I have to clear that as well. It is very difficult. Your life seems to be easy, but mine is not there.
I understand. It's okay. We'll see to it that you pass this time.
What did you feel?
I felt really safe that she was listening to it and she was trying to console kind of. I was feeling good.
Okay. Awesome. And how were you feeling when she was talking about it?
I could understand that she had a lot of things going on in her head and she knew something that
Reassured.
yeah, that you do it. You just need to calm down.
Anyone else who would like to, maybe say what you would have said in this situation? Yes?
Maybe I would try to be more solution oriented. Because we're having a thing what can be done, and he or she is stuck in the situation.
Okay. So after the I understand statement, let's see how we can work with it together. Yeah? Anything else?
Make a tight schedule.
So scheduling, right? Okay, one more thing. When we say it's okay, is it okay for the observers? So I want someone who is really able to portray that I am feeling this. Yeah, I am feeling this. Are you listening to me? It's not okay. That is what the important thing is. I am not okay with my situation. I don't want to listen to I am okay. Are you getting my point? For me, it's not okay. Yeah? Anyone else? It's okay. Come. Whoever. Come. So again, any situation and the response. Solution can be different. Yeah.
Stuti, I just want to share something. I have been feeling quite not okay at home. I have been hearing all the quarrels and nothing seems to be good at home. I can't find peace. Like people say go at home and you find peace, but I don't find it there. I try to hang out with my friends, but looking at their happy faces, I feel like I don't want to burden them also. So I don't share it there as well. When I come to class, there is so much of work stress that again I can't express, and it is just piling up on my head and I'm not understanding what to do.
So now that you brought this up, would you like talking about it with me? You already told me, but just why don't you go into the details and explain? Maybe talk about it in detail.
I'm not feeling heard anywhere. So firstly, this does feel good that I can express it here. But there are a lot of people. Maybe we can carry this on later.
So, you see the best part here was the open-ended thing that you can speak. Right? So where there is a safe space to speak. That's the first step. Right? And making the person feel that you are not alone. There are people who feel this way. Right? So basically what we are trying to do here is that making a person feel safe. That you can speak. You can be open to me. Right? Have you all been able to do this in situations? This is something that you need to reflect upon. How open are you to get people or allow the people to feel that supported? How many times have you all said that it's okay to feel the way you are feeling? There are many people who feel the same. Do you know that? You know, this itself, just this much, that it's okay to feel the way you are feeling, drops off 50% of the burden from the opposite person just because they feel safe to feel the way they are feeling. Right? The first thing is that, and then again, wherever you can, try and have non-judgmental responses. Wherever you can, find reasons to allow them to speak rather than giving solutions. There are places where you can give solution-focused strategies, which in the previous case where there was a lot of anxiety which is related to work, right? So this is how you really, work with people. Y'all are going to be the, the creators of children who will become adults. So the way y'all treat emotions will be the way they feel that emotions should be. It's a huge responsibility, right? So I think I would end here, and respecting other people's rights is very important. And final message that I would really want to give is, your feelings are valid. Your right to feel is valid. And you deserve support, dignity, and freedom to feel. And this is true for even people with mental illness. Thank you.
Do we have any questions?
Yeah. Anything that you all would like to address? Or even share feedback. Anyone who would like to share what this whole workshop triggered?
This actually did feel like a safe space for me, and how she said something which I could directly relate. So as you said that it did feel normal, that it's not just me, there are people around me who feel the same thing. So thank you so much, ma'am.
Anyone else? Question or feedback, whatever. Anything that you all would like to say that touched this particular thing really, hit you?
It's okay to feel.
It's okay to feel.
Yeah.
I think if everyone takes away this one thing from the workshop, I'm done.
Hello. Ma'am, I had a question. Basically, I did not ask you questions because there was a reason. So the thing is, I'm a person who don't talk to people on their faces. Okay. So there have been instances in my life where I have been really hurt by my own people, like friends or be it anyone, be it close, someone who is just my acquaintance. So in that situation, I don't feel like telling them what they have done to me. I rather isolate myself instead of going and telling him you did this to me. Now that's why I'm not talking to you. That I don't like doing that. So in this situation, what do you think I as an individual should do?
Two things. One, that you are not telling them is your choice, and it's okay. Okay, but secondly, I would invite you to reflect upon why are you not telling them. Somewhere the freedom to express has been violated in your personal life, and that's why you're not telling them. So you need to reflect on that and improve that how is it that I am okay with expressing what I feel. Get my point? But if you are, some people are okay with the choice that I do not want to express. I will reflect on my emotions, deal with them and move on. It's a choice. You can do that. And there's nothing wrong in that. But to have a better life and to be not dealing with it all by yourself, healthy communication is the key. So figure out ways when did you stop saying. You must have stopped saying because you did not feel heard, did not feel understood, did not feel that there is a use of telling anything. So these are something which are not healthy mechanisms. So building healthy communication is the key. But again, it is a choice. Make sense? Anything else? So I think I'm done. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. A very good afternoon to one and all. It's my honor and privilege to propose the formal vote of thanks for today's awareness session on mental health and human rights. First and foremost, I extend our heartfelt gratitude to our distinguished speaker, Ms. Savita Pillay, for delivering an insightful, thought-provoking, and truly empowering session. Thank you for motivating us to accept ourselves and our emotions and encouraging us to simply feel. I express my sincere thanks to our respected principal, Dr. Bhagwan Bilani, for his continuous guidance and encouragement. I also extend a deep sense of appreciation to our Vice Principal, Professor Dr. Mandeep Kaur Kochar, for the constant support. My special thanks goes to Women Development Cell, faculty in charges Dr. Neenu Verma and Dr. Raju Dalreja for their dedicated mentorship and efforts in organizing this meaningful program. I would like to thank all our faculty members for their cooperation and involvement in making this event successful. A warm appreciation also goes to the non-teaching staff for their assistance and smooth coordination behind the scenes. I extend heartfelt thanks to the Women's Development Cell and the entire organizing committee, including all student coordinators, volunteers for their commitment and hard work in planning and executing today's event so efficiently. Lastly, I sincerely thank each one of you in the audience for your attentive participation and for making this session impactful with your presence. Let us continue to promote awareness, compassion, and dialogue around mental health and human rights. Before we come to an end, I would like to call Ms. Savita Pillay and all our faculty members and the entire organizing committee and all the FY volunteers to come to the stage. SY and FY volunteers to come on the stage for a group photo.
Could you please hold this? This is going live.
What a change.
Be done now.